Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Doom series, and in this video we are going to fix a problem in which our upper wall textures are not displayed correctly. Alright, so if I go ahead and open up main.c in my project, you can see that we are loading the first map of Doom. We were loading the first map of Doom. I'm gonna change this to load the second map instead, so like that, even M2. And if I run make right now, what you can see is that some of these walls are rendered incorrectly. You can see these are displayed as red, and this one is red too, and these are kind of, the incorrect texture, that this is not supposed to be here. Now the reason this happens is because these two-sided line lefts actually have an upper texture on both the back and the front side. Now the upper texture can never be rendered on two sides, so it's kind of pointless to have it on both sides. But the thing is that when we render, only one of them actually gets displayed, which is this red one, which kind of looks wrong. So we need to fix this by changing our texture so that we have the correct one at both sides of the wall. So how can we actually fix this for the upper texture? This doesn't seem to happen with lower texture in the maps that I've tried, but well, it will happen if we had like two lower textures, both on the front and back. And you can see that it happens here as well. This is actually not the correct texture that's supposed to be displayed up here. So how can we fix that? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the actual directory where it's fixed now. So if I go ahead and open up engine.c, in here one of the things that we are going to change is, well, let me first open up render.c, and you can see currently we are rendering both sides for walls. We are going to go ahead and inside of the init function we are going to enable OpenGL face culling only, so that the front side of the faces gets drawn, so the back side will not be drawn at all. So if I open up the first level, you can see I can walk out of the level, and now I can see into the level because the back sided walls are not drawn. So we are going to just add that, and this does mean that we need to change a couple of things, and also for the problem that I just discussed. So I'm going to go and inject.c, and we're going to go to our generate meshes function. And in here the first thing is that when we are generating the flat textures, we know that the way we have got our indices organized, it's currently clockwise, which means it's the lower side of this is the front side, so that means ceilings are rendered correctly. However, for the floors we actually need to change this by swapping the indices here. So instead of doing start index plus k and start index plus k plus 1, we are going to first do the k plus 1, and then we are going to do just k. So this only needs to be done for the floor ones. The ceiling ones are already facing the correct direction. And the next thing is that inside of our the function where we are actually doing all of this stuff, we are going to add just a simple check, which is that we are only going to render the lower node if the floor is less than the back sector's floor. So if the floor is greater than the back sector's floor, then we can't actually see the front sector at all. Like, we will never be able to see this lower portion of the wall, so we don't actually ever need to draw it. So we are going to just not do it. So we are going to make sure that our front sector floor is less than the back sector floor. And for the ceiling, we do the opposite test. We check if the front sector ceiling is greater than the back sector ceiling. If that's the case, only then we will render the ceiling node, else we won't, because that's not needed. And another thing is that I have actually reversed the order, so let me just put these in the correct order. So I have reversed the order of the P1 to P3. So we have got the back sector ceiling first and the front sector ceiling after. And this is because this way it's organized in counterclockwise order, and that means it's rendered correctly, else it would be culled as a back face. So yeah, that's pretty simple. And another thing is that since we are reversing the order of this, we need to change the texture coordinates as well. So the texture y0 will be the y offset, while the texture y1 will be the y offset plus the actual height. And this is going to make that render correctly. And for the actual solving of the problem, we are just using this trick to check if the front sector floor is less than the back sector floor for the floor nodes, and for the upper part of the wall or the ceiling or whatever, we check if the front sector ceiling is greater than the back sector ceiling. So if I go ahead and run make right now, you can see it works. And I'm going to go ahead and open up main.c, and inside of this we are going to just change this to use even m2 instead, because we should. And after running that, you can see that now all of the textures are displayed correctly, because the wrong ones are just discarded. And you can see that we are not drawing any extra stuff. And yeah, the floor textures are correct, and the ceiling textures, you can see this one is correct as well. And the lighting in each of the textures and the sectors and everything, it is working quite well. Anyways guys, this is going to be pretty much it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and bye.